This is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System taking place on 25th November at Medcity International Academy, Kannur. The candidate is Arsh Padmanabhan and the candidate number is 27356. The examiner is Christopher John and the examiner number is 35621. The sender number is 82451. May I know your full name?
Yes, my name is Arsh Padmanabhan.
How may I address you?
Please call me by my first name Arsh.
Okay. May I see your identification?
Yes, please. Here is my passport, which I used to register for the exam a couple of weeks back.
Okay. All right. Where do you come from?
Actually, I live in a place called Tarechova, which is a small town in the Kannur district. And right now it is quite popular for its traffic congestion.
All right. Do you work or are you a student?
Basically, I'm a student and I've completed my graduation in the field of microbiology. And right now, I'm looking forward to pursue my master's abroad.
All right. Do you often have to sit for long periods of time?
Well, to be honest, I would say yes. Because there were times in my life where I used to sit long periods, especially when I was a student, a couple of years back. And apart from that, I would also mention those particular occasions like marriage, weddings and public gatherings where I'm forced to sit for a long period of time.
All right. Do you have a favorite place where you like to sit?
Yes, I would say yes, definitely. In my home, like there is a balcony on the first floor and it's my favorite spot in my house. There I would like to sit or spend long hours, especially when it rains outside.
All right. Do you prefer to keep things for a long time or to throw them away?
Actually, this is a tricky question. According to me, I would say like I don't have that habit of keeping habit of keeping things for a long time. I would once its use is over, I'll definitely throw them away. It depends on the things that I get.
All right. Where do you usually keep things that you need every day, like money or keys?
Actually, I'm a careless person, to be honest. And in order to safeguard my property, I would usually keep my personal belongings either in my bag or in my wallet. But there are chances that I often lost my wallet nowadays. Yeah.
All right. Do you like to keep all the photos you take?
Yes, definitely. I would like to store all the pictures that I've clicked, especially with my friends and my family. I consider these pictures that I've clicked as very important, and it evokes nostalgia when I look at them a couple of days or a couple of months later.
All right. Do you often feel bored?
Yes, I think everyone, being a human, there will be situations in our life we may feel horrible or bored. And in my life also, there were a lot of situations which made me horrible and bored. Once a situation that happened very recently was yesterday, where I went to my uncle's home and it was really boring.
Okay, what sort of things do you find most boring now?
Well, I need to think actually, because as far as I'm concerned, I would say spending time alone. Nowadays, I don't like to spend time alone, and whenever I sit alone or stay isolated from others, I feel very bored. So I would always want myself to be with others, especially those people whom I love and I care about.
All right. What do you do to stop yourself feeling bored?
Medcity IELTS app, a complete learning solution. IELTS listening, reading, writing and speaking module lessons with grammar classes and free practice materials. Get over 50 hours of video lessons. Download Medcity IELTS app now. Available on Android and iOS platforms.
That's a nice question. One interesting activity that I always do when I feel bored is that I would just call my friends as immediately as possible and I'll just hang out with them. And then we'll visit most probably to beach, and after that we'll go to malls and some other locations.
All right, Ash, that's the end of your part 1. Okay. Now let's move on to the part 2 of speaking. You will be given a prompt card and pencil. Here is your card and pencil. You can make notes if you wish to do. You have 1 minute to prepare and you can start preparing now. Alright, Ash, that's the end of your preparation time. Now you have to describe a change you made in your life recently that was possible. Okay, you can
Okay.
start speaking now.
Well, a change that really had a good impact on my life was 1 month back. I've decided to go to gym, and the decision was really difficult for me to take because uh, at initially it was really a Herculean task for me to achieve or to accomplish the decision that I've made. But there were several things that happened once I've decided. First and foremost thing that I would like to mention is my sports coach. And one day, 1 month back, I saw my sports coach who lives near to my house, and he suddenly inquired about my health condition, and that time I was suffering from a lot of health conditions, and he insisted me to go to gym or do some kind of physical activities which would make you fit and healthy. And he inspired me a lot through his words. And after that, even though I want to go to gym, I have a desire to go to gym, but his words really inspired me to go to gym. And the next morning, I woke up early and I hit the gym. But initially, as I said before, it was really a Herculean task, and I took a lot of effort to accomplish it. But slowly by slowly, I acquired the pace, and I moved on with the pace that I've got. And then once I've get to know about the results, it was really amazing, I would say, because getting up early itself has made a lot of good advantage in my life. Apart from that, doing exercises daily in gym also helped me a lot to stay away from diseases and to be more fit. And this not only affected me physically, but also my mental strength has also increased a lot, I would say. Besides that, this activity has helped me to gain or to follow a regular timetable or a routine that is very beneficial. Since I'm going to gym, my trainer always insists me to follow a healthy diet. So all these things together created or led to an amazing change in my life, which I would definitely will be continuing or pursuing throughout my life, as it has got such an amazing result. So in this occasion, I feel really gratified and thankful to the trainer as well as to my sports coach who insisted me to do so. However, this process was very difficult to acclimatize initially, but the result that I've got from it really
Alright,
made me
Ash, that's the end of your part 2.
Okay.
Let's move on to part 3.
Okay.
Okay. What are the changes people often make in their daily routines?
Well, it starts from the very basic thing. For example, when they should wake up. So it starts from, so first of all, setting a timetable is not an easy task at all. And for people like me who's not an early bird, I would say setting a timetable would be really helpful, but we have to make a lot of effort on that. And some changes, like in my case, I said like the decision for going to gym has indeed a good result. So one thing can be mentioned in that way, and the other things would be like whether they should follow a healthy diet or something like that, and whether the places they should visit, or regarding that also they can make a proper plan on something. But this plan they make would not always be successful. We have to work harder on our plans in order to achieve that success.
Okay. Consider whether younger people like making changes in their daily routines more than older people.
I would say young people or youngsters try to experiment a lot of new things compared to older people. Older people, I would say generally they would stick on to particular things or particular customs that have followed from their childhood, and for them they are very hesitant or reluctant to adopt changes. But youngsters these days always explore new ideas, new food, new clothes, etc. So compared to elders, definitely I would say youngsters try to experiment a lot of new things.
Why do you think youngsters are prone to do this?
Because the technological advancement and the society that they live today has changed a lot compared to 50 years earlier. So this technological advancement has brought them several aspects or given them several aspects which
Medcity IELTS app, a complete learning solution. IELTS listening, reading, writing and speaking module lessons with grammar classes and free practice materials. Get over 50 hours of video lessons. Download Medcity IELTS app now. Available on Android and iOS platforms.
enabled them to explore different things and different thoughts that they can find with the help of these technologies. So yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's good for people to keep making changes in their daily routines?
Actually, the changes they make has a good impact. Definitely, making changes is actually a good idea. But youngsters, I think nowadays are very careless, I would say. So they should be cautious regarding the changes they adopt in their life, because whatever they do, it is them who have to pay the piper for their actions.
Okay. It's a good idea for people to change jobs regularly. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I would say, because of course we need, if we have some mental trauma or if we have some other sort of mental issues, changing our workplace or changing our work environment could be a solution, but it would not always be result in a positive one. So before taking these important decisions, we should consider, we should be aware about all the forthcoming aspects that we may should encounter. As if talking about my case, I would say we should learn to adjust with the situations, but and changing should be a last resort if that situation is really intolerable.
Okay. Consider whether being promoted at work is always a change for the better.
Yeah, obviously, I would say yes. Getting promotions or is actually would definitely help us to be motivated and to be encouraged. So it gives us an extra opportunity as well as extra responsibilities to fulfill. It makes us even more responsible and committed. So getting promotions in a job or in any other aspects is definitely good.
How do you think working in another country can change a person's view of the world?
First of all, the first thing that we have to consider is that since we are not living in our hometown or not in our country, it would definitely be different in all aspects. For example, consider the case of language, the food, the lifestyle patterns. Everything would be different, and we don't have the support of family also over there if we are alone. So it's actually a new circumstance that we face there, and it would definitely make us or mold us into a different character that would ultimately convert us into a better personality, I would say. So yeah, this has got a lot of positive impacts.
All right, Ash, that's the end of your part 3
Okay.
and your speaking test.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
For more such exciting videos, download Medcity IELTS app.